What's going on, travelers? Thanks for tuning into the 38th episode of The Resonance, a weekly Genshin Impact podcast. I am your host, Dalton. With me is Pharaoh.
Yo, what's up?
You know, I jokingly said that this was going to be a bi-weekly podcast, and then like 2 weeks after that, I forgot to literally launch the episode.
To put out an episode, yeah.
And then
well, you made good on your word then.
Yeah, that's true. That does make me feel a little bit better, but I went on to, like, I don't know, pull something for like Instagram clips, which I don't think I'm going to do anymore because honestly, like, it's just a lot. Like trying to do a lot, and I'm not
worth the hassle.
Yeah, it's just not. I'm sure like there's like one or two people who really like it, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just it takes more time out of me, like. I don't know. It's just
progressing the show in the ways that are probably better for it overall.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So anyway, this is our Genshin Ships episode.
So it's going to be a fun one.
Oh yeah. So I had a couple ships lined up that I wanted to do or talk about, and then I realized, a lot of these ships I support off the top of my head, but I don't really know like how the character interactions are. So I found a good post that I think has a good mix of either really good ships, and then I also have some that are like kind of bad, and then there's some that are kind of like mediocre ships that I'm just like, I can see it, but I don't like it. So they claim they're community ships too. So they don't necessarily say how they got this information. It very well could just be one person who has said, oh, I see these people ship these two very often. So I don't know. We'll see. But either way, I thought it was a good article, so I pulled it. So we do have a review.
Okay.
Now, this review is in a character's voice, but I don't remember who did the last one. I think you're up next, right? Because I did Klee.
Maybe, I guess so. I honestly don't remember.
Okay. You are going to be reading a review in Ito's voice.
In Ito's voice, okay.
Think you can do it?
I think so. Let me just go pull up his voice lines real quick so I can get in the Ito zone. Where's the review?
I'm gonna just like DM you the picture.
Okay.
And you can pull it up. I'm so glad you're doing this because his voice is so iconic that I would really hate to mess it up. Like, really hate it.
All right, let me see. Give me a second real quick.
Yeah, huh?
I'll listen.
So, I'm going to do our social plug.
Okay.
If you guys want to do anything with the community, the best way to do it is just join the Discord. I tried streaming on Twitch. The PC can't handle it. I'm looking into getting a PC in like 3 to 4 months. I miss having a desktop, but I moved into an apartment with very little space. So I ended up opting for a PC, getting rid of the desktop. And now I regret that decision because I didn't think I was going to be making content. But discord.me/resonance. All of our streams are there. All of our events. We just had a Wind Trace event, which was extremely fun. It was hilarious to do. We also did, what did we do recently? We did the TCG tournament, which was freaking great. That went really well. We have Muffy, who was our TCG tournament champion. So now they have some Discord flair where they are literally the TCG champion role in our Discord. They're getting 2 Welcome Moons. Our runner-up got 1 Welcome Moon. And our third place winner got some Resonance merch, so that was really fun to do. But we're going to be doing more events like that. But anyway, community is great. If you guys want to join it, discord.me/the resonance. Hopefully I vaped enough for you. Are you ready? Nope, he's practicing.
I think so. What's weird about it, and like, I have no idea, but I'm playing it, and it kind of sounds like my voice. Am I wrong on this, or what? Like I'm trying to emulate it, and I feel like it's nearly
that,
like,
or you're just really bad at it.
I that's the thing. I don't know. Like, the only thing I'm changing is kind of like the way in which I like enunciate things a little bit, but like I feel like it's the same voice.
I mean, I don't.
But your head voice is different than like what people hear, so I don't know if I'm just really off on that or not.
I'm not sure. I do know. I have the feeling from what I remember about Ito is that it's more in like the it's not about like the voice and how it sounds. It's more like him repeating himself, like quick, come on. Like he does that a lot,
right.
And it's just like it's the little like noises he does, and I don't know.
I mean, it sounds the same to me, so I don't know. But all
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is Arataki, the Neuro Uno Ito. This is an amazing podcast for good news and more facts about Genshin Impact. The end.
That's pretty good.
I feel like literally my voice just like a little more energy.
Yeah, I mean, it at first, right away, I was just like, oh yeah, that does sound like Ito, and then it slowly, I was just like, not
and
really.
It got out of Ito. It literally like, I was like, how should I say? I was saying each line of his right after I heard him say it, and I was like, this sounds just like me. But I don't know. Let the people tell me, does it sound like me or not? Yeah. I want to know now. I'm curious.
Let us know. If you guys want to leave a review, you can go over to Apple Podcasts. If you want us to read it in a character's voice of your choosing, just leave it in there. But it does have to be on Apple Podcasts, otherwise I can't really see it. But that's something that we do here. It's really funny, clearly. Mm-hmm. I literally could not hold back my laughter before you even started.
Literally the second I said something, you started laughing. I was like, I haven't even said anything yet. You laughed at the idea of me even saying anything.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Okay. We have some news. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be a more common occurrence now. My work schedule's changing, so the news is pretty much going to be from like Thursday or Friday to the next Thursday or Friday, not like Friday through Sunday, and then post the episode Monday morning, and then all that news in between the next recording. So, like, what's happening right now is we just got word like 2 days ago that version 3.4 special program was going to happen as of tomorrow of this recording. Like, right now we're recording on a Thursday night. And so we won't talk about it. Like, it won't be in this week's show. So that's unfortunate, but we will end up talking about it. At least it'll give us some time to stew on it and, like, I don't know, like, get down to the nitty-gritty details and talk about everything, right? So, but usually the 3.4 special program comes out, and then we, like, literally record, like, that same night or 2 nights after that, and then you get all that good news, like, right after it drops. But I feel like everybody watches it, and then, like, they forget anyway. So we'll just be reiterating some stuff and then reminding you of everything that's good that's coming with 3.4.
Yeah.
Okay. The news that we have for this week, pretty light. Mostly quick things. There is a new in-game event across the wilderness, which is the timed cross-country challenge. Have you done any of these yet?
No, I haven't.
You do need to be adventure rank 20 or above, and you need to complete the Archon Quest Prologue Act 3, Song of the Dragon and Freedom, which is pretty early on. It's okay. I know someone from the Discord ended up saying that they liked it way more than Windtrace, but honestly, it's pretty cookie cutter. I feel like they give you way too much time in each challenge to complete it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's my fault for just thinking like, ooh, I'm going to get a challenge. Ooh, I'm going to get a challenge, when really the only, like, quote unquote challenging stuff is the Abyss. So right. I don't know. Maybe that's my fault for.
I think that is definitely your fault at this point. You should know better.
Yeah. I think it's more like I don't want to go into an event in the game that I love to play and think this is just another event, right? Like, I want to go in hoping that it's good, but I constantly get, and I don't want to like, I don't want to just talk crap on the game, right? Because I do like the game, and I like the story, and I love the characters and the world building, and it's just the events, most of them are just kind of bleh.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that I always go in with the mentality. I mean, I've taught myself to do this, but over time, I've taught myself to go in with the mentality of this is kind of a throwaway event that they're just doing to buy themselves some extra time until the next, good content comes out. So that way, I'm never disappointed. I'm just surprised whenever something actually, a really good event does happen.
That's fair.
So, yeah, I think like that's the better headspace to be in. That way, you're not constantly disappointed.
Yeah. Like
I shouldn't say constantly, but the majority of the time disappointed in that case.
Yeah, I feel like if I had to choose between this and the one where like you went into a domain and you can make your own obstacle course, like I would have rathered that because I feel like that's way more fun to like build your own obstacle course and post it and be like, here, try this out, see if you can do it. Or especially with like friends in like a community and stuff like that.
Right.
But this is just kind of like you run around, you collect the balloons. When you don't see any more balloons, you hit a red balloon and it shows you where the purple balloons are, and that's it.
Right. Yeah.
And then I started using Scaramouche, and I was like, okay, this is like way too easy. I can't keep doing this. And then I tried other characters that, aren't so easy to use. And still was easy. Still had plenty of time left in the challenge. Still got all the rewards. I don't know. It's nice. You get 80 primos every day, which is like huge. So that's fun, but not my favorite event.
Right. I would have to agree. This is kind of just, another generic kind of time waster, but it's good that they at least put something in the game because I feel like a lot of other games would just do nothing at all, and take the same amount of time. So I just kind of look at it like that.
Yeah. There is a new card plaza feature inside of Hoyo Lab. If you guys want to check that out, it's like a new way to share deck compositions with other players. The format's really great. It allows you to like put a description on like which cards to play and how you want to play them. So I think that's really good. I feel like this is what the first one that they did was supposed to be, like the tavern thing that they did, which was like kind of just like a forum post inside of Hoyo Lab. This is more like a tool. So Card Plaza is great. If you guys like the TCG, you can check that out. And if you want to share like your decks with other players, you can do that. It's pretty easy. They also had the Hoyo Fair broadcast. I don't know if you watched this. It was like an 1.5 hour long video showing off creations from a bunch of Genshin creators.
Yeah. I only caught a little bit of it, but yeah, I did tune into it for a little bit.
Yeah. So this was last week. It was really good. They had everything from cosplay to cooking. And it was like realistic cooking, right? It wasn't like
it was the real
leeway, like high quality, like, I don't know, Master Chef videos they were putting out like once a update or whatever. So very realistic, but very cool, right? All the art, all the video editing that people did, like animation wise, was so good.
Yeah, and I like that they do it too because it like helps put creators on display. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, they didn't put us in there though.
Yeah, that's the biggest tragedy out of all of it.
We have the offline event Dodoko wishing machines that will be available soon. Dear travelers, wishes from Teyvat, the exclusive offline event Dodoko wish machine will be available in different countries and regions worldwide. The design and rules of the event will vary slightly from region to region, but more info can be found on the event. There is a Hoyo Lab post about it. So basically there is a wishing machine where I guess you're going to be able to write some wishes and put it in. It's like a red machine with Dodoko on the top, and it has like a picture of Klee. There's a bunch of hosting cities. Sorry in advance, I'm going to butcher some of these, but there's Bandung, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Makati, Surabaya, Taipei, Tokyo, Paris, Toronto, Mexico City, Freehold, Los Angeles, Rio, and Santiago. So all those cities you guys can look forward to Dodoko wish machines. I'm surprised they didn't put one in New York. You'd think that they would.
Yeah, you'd think so. It would be like the most popular spot, I would have thought.
Yeah. Find the Dodoko wish machine based on the location and time published on social media. So I'm assuming you can probably check this out on like their Twitter or something. If you take a photo and check in with the hashtag wishes from Teyvat and post it on social media, you can get a chance to make a wish after your post is verified by their staff. So I'm assuming they're going to have somebody there. And then you can select the character blessing you want to receive on the wish machine, and you can get a postcard of the corresponding character as well as a chance to win a random surprise merchandise item. I could name all the event addresses, but that would be impossible because some of them are in languages I do not know how to read.
About to say, but it'd be pretty. You'd butcher all of them.
Yeah, but there is a Hoyo Lab. Yeah, there is a Hoyo Lab post about it. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out. I'd like to see if anybody. I would like to see real pictures of these. So if you listen to the show and you are going to see one of these, or you're going to take time out of your day to see one of these, please take a picture. Well, you're going to be taking a picture anyway. Just join our Discord and post it. You can leave after that. I just want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought there was one more thing. Oh yeah. Version 3.4. I put 2.4 on our special program preview. That would be really bad. 3.4 special program announcement. Obviously, this is coming out way after this episode goes live. But tune into it. Obviously, you guys are going to get, what is that? We usually get 300 Freema gems, right? Getting some stuff about 3.4. Yeah. I'm really hoping that we go to the tornado storm area in Sumeru. That's a little bit north of the desert.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we see that, but we know we're getting a Hytham. We know we're getting Yao Yao. So I'm sure we saw really good stuff, right? We saw the good stuff on the special program.
Yep.
We saw it, right? We like everything. We're getting a Shenhe rerun, right?
Yep. That is exactly it.
Yep. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. That's it for the news. Let's take our break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the community claimed best Genshin ships, the top 10, I should say. And we are back from our break. Now, I feel like we're going to have to do multiples of these because there's a lot.
Yeah.
This literally covers very little of them, and some of them weren't even on my list. So we'll start from the bottom and we'll work our way to the number one ship in Genshin, which I disagree with some of these ships, and then I totally disagree with the order that they're in for 10-1. So
yeah.
The first ship is Xiao plus Lumine. It's specifically Lumine, not Male Traveler Aether.
Right.
What do you think?
I don't know about this one. I mean, because all the interactions are the same, so I've never really felt like that's the case, and I don't see why he would be that interested. Unless I'm missing something or forgotten about something, because my character's male, so if I did, maybe I wouldn't have noticed it. But yeah, I'm not sure. Well, is there anything that makes you think that this would happen?
So the only thing that makes me think that it would happen is his mail that he sent during his birthday this past time. I can't remember when Xiao's birthday is, but. His mail made him very, it made him seem way more softer than he comes off. And I know this is a problem because I talked to the mod team of Customs of Leeway Zine, and one of them was Chinese and plays with Chinese audio in the game. Mm-hmm. And they were telling me how the English Xiao voice actor does a really good job, but he just comes off way too edgy, when in the Chinese version, he's much softer and kind and all that, where he comes off in English way too much like Sino.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yes.
I that makes me think, yeah, I could see it, but I mean, he only saves the Traveler once. Specifically the Traveler once, but then
right, and I don't.
I
nothing about that save either makes me feel like, oh, he's interested. You know what I mean? That was more like, oh, we're friends. Like, we have been through stuff together, whether it's the male or female counterpart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I don't really think that there's anything to really that accentuates the fact that Xiao's interested in having a relationship with the Traveler, but I don't know. Like, maybe the fact that, like, whenever the Traveler says his name, he just instantly shows up, but, like, I don't think it's out of, like, if it was a ship, like, they would want, like, each other's company all the time, like, not just to
Right.
call on me when you need me.
Let me ask you this. Is there one that you think does make more sense for either Aether or Lumine?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll get there.
Okay, all right.
Well, actually, it's not on this list, so I'll just say it now, but Noelle and the Traveler, it really works with either or, but, like,
Okay.
I don't know if you did Noelle's Hangout.
Yeah, I mean, I did, but it was like forever ago, so I
Okay.
don't remember anything about it.
I don't remember specifics, but I just remember feeling like this was legitimately like a dating sim. Like some of the dialogue options you can choose as the Traveler were literally like accentuating like the Traveler wanted to go on a date with Noelle, and she even like blushes. She gets nervous. She's just like seems very uncomfortable about the idea of it. So like
Right.
that I can see way more.
The one I think for sure is Ayaka.
With
With
that's
Aether, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's on our list.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's not.
Did I spoil that?
No, you're good. It's not. But
Okay.
yes, that is.
I
another
definitely
one.
feel like there was one you literally took her out on a date. So,
Yes, and also, in like the new event, or no, it was the new Archon quest when you're going around to check on like Kaida Harakazawa and you're checking on the Kamisato siblings. They actually even said that that like Ayaka, the granny outside of their estate, actually was like, "Oh yeah, Ayaka always talks about you and asks about you." So that makes sense.
so yeah, that one. And then my other one that is kind of like a maybe for her would probably be also Fischl.
Okay. I think
feel like-
Fischl has better ones, but yeah.
I feel like Fischl digs it. I think
Okay.
that's the vibe I'm getting. But yeah,
We'll see.
we can keep going.
Okay. Number 9 out of 10, Rosaria and Kaya.
Rosaria and Kaya.
So I like it.
Okay.
I'm not mad about it. They both like to drink, apparently. They both spend time together in Angel's Share.
Yeah, that's right. There's the scene with them at the bar or something, right?
Yeah. And also, I guess she has implied that she's witnessed Kaya in his drunk state where he likely lowers his veil of being a smooth talker. So Kaya lets his guard down around her.
Okay.
So I could
right.
see it, but
I don't think Kaya. I think Kaya is just like not interested. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think he's more interested in Diluc.
Honestly, like yes, almost. Like I don't think that he's interested in him for relationships reason, but I think that he's so preoccupied with him that he's just doesn't have or care to have the time for anyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also feel like Kaya is just like a bachelor. Like that's it. Like he is more
and
about
I feel
the
like
fling than anything.
Yeah, also I feel like he after you said to Luke though, I feel like he actually might be gay though.
Yeah.
He there is a good possibility of that, I think. So
Yeah, I think he's gay too.
yeah, I'm not counting that out quite yet. Okay.
Okay. That was a quick one. Okay. Number 8. I and Kujo Sara. Now I can see this
I don't
from
I don't
Kujo
see it.
Sara to Raiden Shogun. But
Yeah,
I can't see it from Raiden Shogun to Kujo.
I agree with that 100%. If anything, I think that, come to think of it, I think that her and, what is her name? Yaemiko?
Mm-hmm.
Those two, or her and Aether. Like, either one of those two would be the only options there.
I knew seeing this that you were going to say that because I know how that you actually thought that.
What?
I know you thought for sure that that Raiden Shogun had like a thing for the Traveler.
Yeah, because there is that, like, you kind of show her about like her own city, right? Like you kind of go around Inazuma with her, so like you kind of have the same kind of thing you almost had with Ayaka, just a little less formal, I suppose. So yeah, but as far as like, yeah, I don't see it with the original pairing though that you mentioned.
Yeah, I see it with Kujo just because in the Iridori Festival, I think it was, she like was dying to get a statue of her, and then when she got it, I like called her out on it, and she got like really red and blushing about it. So I can see that. So
yeah, that way does make sense to me. Like she is like her biggest fan. It seems.
Yeah,
like.
definitely idolizes her.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7, Jean and Diluc.
This is the one I want. I want this to be the case, and I could definitely see it too.
I feel like the two of them could be Klee's parents. Like the real parents.
I mean, like, yeah, if they just like did that and said like the whole thing with Alice is a lie and all that kind of stuff, like I would say, I'm not surprised that these are the real parents. So, yeah, but I definitely I like that pairing, and I think it makes sense too.
Hear me out here. So
Yep.
let's say Jean becomes acting grandmaster of the Knights,
Right.
and then Diluc quits because a work relationship just isn't feasible for them.
Could be.
And also, apparently the two of them both had tortoises when they were younger.
Well, if that's not love, I don't know what is.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay. Also, their stark differences in personalities is great too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, number 6. I don't get this one, but okay. Number 6, Kujo Sara and Arataki Ito. Okay,
No,
so this is right off the article, right? This is off GameRant.com, by the way. It says the shenanigans between Kujo Sara and Ito began when the Shogun general defeated Arataki Ito in a duel and confiscated his Geo Vision. Of course, it is no surprise that the Tengu beats the Oni, as the yokai is known for its unbeatable speed and prominent mastery of some weapons. Ever since his defeat, Ito has been pestering Kujo Sara nonstop, practically begging her for a rematch. This causes a lot of annoyance for both Sara and some residents in Inazuma. Some people find this amusing, however, like Yaimiko. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't see it.
I don't like it, and I also don't accept the fact that she beat him as canon. So
enough.
that's not canon in my book. But yeah, I don't buy it. I could kind of see people warping it into that because it's kind of funny, but you know who the real wifey is, don't you?
For Ito?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Yelan.
No.
No, not Yelan from their time like bickering in the chasm.
No, it's his main girl, dude. It's Kooky.
No, I don't know.
Kookie's been holding him down for the longest time, man. That is the girl. The only reason why she puts up with his shit is because she is in love with him.
Kooky deserves so much more than Ito.
Don't you dare say that. Ito is the best. Ito gives all, dude.
I think Kooky is with Ito, and then she's gonna meet Al Hytham and be like, "Oh, those arms."
Oh God, I gotta make sure that they never meet in game.
Okay, number 5. This is the one that I really hate. I don't know why I hate it, but I guess it's acceptable. But like, there's no quote unquote no pun intended chemistry between them. Albedo and Sucrose.
Something with Sucrose. Oh, Albedo and Sucrose? No. Albedo, I wouldn't put Albedo with anyone, honestly. So that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, I've only seen them as like teacher-student relationship. So yeah.
I mean, it even says that in the article that it's really hard to see him, like, imagining him having some sort of romantic attachment to anybody.
Yeah.
But apparently this is the community's number 5 pick, I guess. I don't like it. I can't see Sucrose really with anybody. If I had to see Albedo with one person, it would probably be like... Because he's a knight, right? He's a knight of Favonius. I don't know. Maybe the Traveler? That's it, though. Like, I can't... That's like a reach, too.
Yeah, like, I agree. Like, and even that doesn't sound right? So, yeah, I wouldn't put anything. I just disagree with this one flat out.
Okay. Number 4, this is my number 1. I don't know why it's so low on the list. Number 4 is like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like an offense to this ship. Beidou and Ningguang.
Yeah, I remember I never would have seen it if it wasn't for someone in the Discord. I think a couple people showing me the text from one of the interactions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so,
but I never picked up on it. I guess I'm oblivious, but I never picked up on it.
Yep. So in the article, it literally shows that cutscene. It's where you get Ningguang's 4-star outfit from the Lantern Rite Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like smoking a pipe, and Beidou rolls up, and she's like mentioned something about her outfit. Also, there's like some dialogue about how there's some things that Beidou gave Ningguang in her room during her hangout or something that you can't see. They bicker in like early on, and then during this Lantern Rite Festival, they really like have like a solid friendship together.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ningguang looks the other way when it comes to like Beidou being a rule breaker.
Right.
It's like it's very obvious that I feel like there's just so many hints and like a little tad bit of tension that like they are in a ship. Like this is my number 1. I want to see it. I want to see these two kiss.
I'm so upset because like I just never picked up on it, and both of these women are probably like the women that I find the most attractive in the game.
Yep. One has lots of money and one's really strong, huh?
There you go. And then also Mona's up there, but she is below both of these two, I think. So it's a shame. I'm not their type. I guess.
Fair enough.
Some changes need to happen, I guess, if I'm gonna be their type.
Number 3, I like this one. It makes sense. Number 3 is Chongyun and Xingqiu.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Pharaoh, I know you get this. You struggle with this, but Xingqiu is a boy, so this is a gay ship.
Right. This one, this character is such a strange anomaly for me. I don't see him with anyone, honestly. Like, I have never picked up on, is there something here that they're specifically going off of? Because I can't think of that one at all.
So they are known to be extremely good friends. Mm-hmm. They talk about each other all the time. It's very similar to like Bennett and Fischl.
They were in a quest together recently, weren't they? Come to think of it.
Yeah, during doing the podcast during that time period, yes, I just can't put my finger on it exactly, but yes, they were, where they would like, you had to like go and talk to one and then you met up with the other. So yes, there, but I just don't remember exactly which one. I think it has something to do with just like the cryo hydro thing, which is not enough at all, but I'm okay with it. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say like, sure, whatever makes him have it. I don't know how that is. Like, whenever I look at Xingqiu, I'm just like, that's a chick. It's so strange, but yeah, I just don't pick up on it, so I don't know.
Okay,
this one's off for me.
This one is immediately off the table for me. I don't even want to talk about it. This next one is number 2. I don't know why this is number 2. This needs to be 11 out of 10. This is a terrible ship. This is Chi-Chi and Hu Tao.
What?
We can move on now. I'm being serious too. We're not even talking about this.
I don't. This one, yeah, this one's honestly like it's dumb to me. I don't get that one at all.
Okay, Lumine and Child is community acclaimed, the number 1 ship. Lumine and Child.
I could actually see that.
Okay.
I could see it.
This is the one that I was talking about too. When you said, "Is there another one with like the Traveler other than Noelle?" But I kept this one off because I knew it was on the list.
Yeah. So like, as my character, I just pick it up as like we're bros, right?
Yeah.
But switching it over, like some of the things that they said, especially like during his quest that we had whenever we hang out with like his brother and stuff like that, right? I would definitely say I could see how if the main character is a female that you could take that.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah. The biggest difference with the gender dialogue between the characters that the Traveler interacts with is like Child saying "Hey girly" in Liyue when you first meet him. So that's like probably one of the bigger ones. But yeah, he quickly becomes like one of the biggest like companions alongside the Traveler throughout the whole story.
Well, throughout the whole story?
I mean, like, throughout the whole time. I mean, okay, yeah, from the time that you see him, right? Because, like, in Liyue, you see him. In Inazuma, we went through that domain with him and Shinyen, and he was, like, very friendly.
We did do that.
Not yet in Sumeru yet, so...
Since then, nothing, though. I don't know if... Maybe, like, a third of the game, I would say.
Okay.
But yeah,
also with his brother too, sir.
Yeah, I do think regardless, there's definitely enough there to do that. I buy that one for sure.
Yep. So that's it for the article. Obviously, there are way more ships that we could talk about. We'll do this again another time. But for right now, we'll end it there. There's tons of ships. I'm glad that Arnold and Mona was not on there. That would have really pissed me off. I would have skipped that article, to be frank. Yeah, my number 1 really was Beidou Ningguang. Like, I just love that ship. That needs to happen.
Yeah.
So,
and it has a literal ship as well. So
yeah, very, very nice.
There you go.
See? All right. So that's it for our like second half discussion. Let's jump into Wish of the Week.
Okay.
Oh wait, are you saving still?
I mean, I am saving. I could spare one if you want, but if you want to skip it, I'm totally down for that. Especially since we have Alhaitham coming. So
yep, let's skip. Also, my laptop is on 6% right now.
Oh,
so
we got to go.
Yeah, we gotta wrap up. Question of the week. Let's see. Let's see. Hard to beat the last one. I mean, we kind of talked about this one a little bit, but it's probably a quick one. So let's do this one. It is, if you look at all the other reactions between all the elements, which one is the most underwhelming apart from Crystallize? And this question is by Everlasting Pegasus in our Discord channel, in our Question of the Week channel.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I think for me, it would definitely be. So, what was the one that he said excluding?
Crystallize. So,
Crystallize,
like, basically anything Geo related.
Anything Geo, yeah, because that one is absolutely the worst. I would probably say, if you got a good one, go ahead and say it.
I'm gonna say probably I think Superconduct. That's like Cryo and Electro, right? Like and I'm sorry, but I can't think of anything better off the top of my head. But like, superconduct is just like, I don't know, just kind of boring. Right?
Yeah. Burning for me would probably be up there just because I don't think it's as useful.
Okay.
Dendron Fire, so.
I mean, it makes sense though. Like that.
It
that
makes
one's
sense, but it just doesn't like. I just feel like it isn't nearly as helpful in game reaction wise.
Yeah.
Relative to a lot of other reactions. So, yeah, that would be mine.
Yeah, I don't know what I would want for, like, I like Animo because it makes sense. You're like swirling the element and spreading it around. Like that one makes perfect sense.
Animo's fantastic, actually, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with like stuff with, like, I'll never forget using the Traveler's Burst, like for the first time over a fire, and then the tornado turning into fire, like a pyronado, and just being like, that is so cool, even though that burst is literally terrible.
Oh yeah.
But
I just 100% will never agree though.
Yeah, I just love that so much. So I don't know. I just think like, and I know superconduct is literally just like it deals AoE damage in a small radius, and then I think it like increases your physical attack, or no, it probably lowers the defense of like enemies. I think that's how it works. But I don't know. It's just not interesting for me. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, I mean, I guess if like you electrocute an ice cube, like what happens? Does it break?
Like doesn't break, but it's electrically charged at that point, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. I think like, and I know he said other than crystallize, but I think Geo. What is there like is there a shatter reaction?
There is a shatter reaction, yeah,
but it's not very good.
Well, it's only with Claymore users, if I remember correctly, or something like that. Or no, physical damage, or something. I don't remember. There was some caveat to it. I don't remember what it is now because I never really used it. But yeah, it's just not like that's the best kind of thing related to it, and it's just still not very good.
Okay, it's anything with cryo, or it's anything with Geo and a Claymore against cryo.
Right. So like that's the best thing it has. Otherwise, just like crystallize is obviously the absolute worst, right? Because even whenever the game first launched, it was terrible. So it's only gotten less useful over time, dramatically so. So hopefully they will do something about that because that needs to happen.
It's very interesting because Shatter actually deals more damage than Electrocharged. Yeah. But less than Overload, which would be Pyro and Electro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Dang, I kind of want to build a Shatter team now.
There's always time.
I guess I would probably want to do a physical Shatter team.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to go down that rabbit hole, I might as well do physical damage.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have that's physical? That's just
got Razor,
Eula, and Razor. Yeah, some of those reactions just aren't great. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you said burning. I know like meta wise and damage wise, probably not the best, but
that's why I just think it's lame compared to a lot of the other ones. And there's probably like that is just off the top of my head, so there's probably more. Like if I looked at a list of the reactions, I could probably pick out more. But that's just one. Like yes, it is logical and it makes sense, but I just feel like it's not nearly as helpful. So
got it. Okay. Patreon shout out before the end of our show. I did update some of the Patreon rewards just because figuring out ads that I want to actually run on the show is kind of a pain. And I didn't want to keep offering that as a reward to one of our tiers. So now I'm going to give shout outs to our second tier. So we have our Hilichurl tier. If I could say anything in Hilichurl, I'll have to learn it, but I did look up some Hilichurl words, so I'm going to learn the language and then I'll say something here for that. Thank you to our Hilichurl tiers, Muffy, Bustin, Nyanko, Flame, DJ, and Aegis. And a much greater thank you to our Favonius Knight tier, Soupy. Gene appreciates everything you do for the Knights of Favonius and the city of Mondstadt. And our Adeptus tiers, Neku and Ran, thank you very much. Zhongli appreciates your sacrifice during the Archon War. Okay, that's the end of our show. Next week, we're going to be talking all about 3.4 and everything that we're going to get with that. Mm-hmm. There is some TCG news, apparently, that's really good to cover, but I'm going to hold that off for the next episode so we have something to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. This has been another episode of The Resonance. We'll talk to you guys next week.